How are we doing? You right? Are you alright? How you doing, John?
Damien, do you want to get that going?
Eddie, does that performance just typify why no team is going to want to, or is going to enjoy coming here to play your team?
Yeah, I thought very, very good performance from us tonight. Really high-level game, I thought, between two very good teams. I think night games here are always very special occasions. I thought tonight didn't disappoint. I do think it was two very good teams, as I say, tactically very interesting whenever you come up against Graham's teams. I think they were so well set up. But I thought we performed a really good physical effort, incredible intensity in both phases of the game, and yeah, we're delighted to win.
Last season you got to 30 points on March the 10th, got November the 12th. What does that say about the sea change in this club?
Yeah, it's nice to hear that. Yes, last season was a very, very difficult season, a very different one to one we're experiencing this time around. We just want to get as many points as quickly as we can. We're enjoying the moment we're in. Everyone's together, everyone's united. We're all fighting for the same cause, and the players tonight deserve huge credit for what they delivered. I thought it was up there with our best displays of the season.
Jordan?
Do you feel that was a big sort of committed effort by the players, and you seen in the end how much momentum they received with the fans?
Yeah, huge commitment there from the players tonight. I mean, as I said, the intensity of the game was so high. Quick restarts from both teams. They were relentlessly playing out from the back, which meant we were chasing them and trying to disrupt their rhythm and break up their passages of play. They've got such good technical players that we felt we needed to try and do that. The players delivered that brilliantly, and then I think the other way we showed we can really play and we can hurt teams with the ball. I thought our goal sort of typified that. It was an outstanding goal and a great one to win the game with.
And that last as well, obviously, third in the Premier League, heading into the World Cup break. Is European qualification on this season? Has that become a possibility now to you?
I don't know about that. I just think for us, we've just committed to every game. We haven't thought about any permutation or any consequence of the games. We've just tried to win them, and I think that's the best way for us to attack the second half of the season as well.
Okay, Alistair?
I felt like quite at the end with fans and the players as well. I felt like quite a statement. Did you feel that way?
I don't know really what that means. I think for us, I understand why you would say that, but I think for us, just you work so hard from day to day to try and get the team in a good place and try and get the functions of the team right. The players themselves are focusing on their own performance and of course the team, and then you execute and you try and win. There's no statement intended. It's just to try and beat the opposition.
Can I just ask about Joe Willock as well? Obviously he played really well today. Do you know whether he was in the reckoning of 55-man squad for Gareth Southgate, or was he within that frame, and do you think he should be pushing for the fringes for England?
I got no idea whether he was or wasn't. What do I think of Joe? I rate him very, very highly. I think he's another player for me that's continued to improve this season. He's got really, really good qualities. I think, again, you look at the physical effort from our midfield five was very high today. He performed a vital part in that, and he does have goals in him. And I've said this all the time when I've been working with Joe. He is a goal scorer. He is potentially a goal creator. The way he took his goal today is something we see quite regularly in training from him. So I'm delighted for him personally because he kept going. I know he was disappointed not to score earlier in the season, but 2 from 2, I'm really pleased for him.
Okay, Chris?
Eddie, Chelsea came here, and in the past when Chelsea have come here, Newcastle have been the side who've looked like they were trying to almost contain the opposition. Chelsea came here, 5 at the back, looked like they were trying to contain you guys. I mean, it seems that Newcastle are comfortable in that top 4 position. Does it feel like the players have adapted to that sort of change in mindset that the teams are going to come here and maybe try and ask you to play?
Yeah, but I don't know how I feel until I look at it back, really. My initial instinct was that they came to play. We came to play. So I thought it was 2 teams trying to beat each other. I did think they showed us respect with how they lined up. I thought they were certainly mindful of our strengths. Yeah, I think you could see that. And That's why I think tactically against Graham's teams they're so strong that if you don't get your distances right and you don't execute your plan right, you'll come unstuck. So that's why I'm really, really pleased with tonight's win.
A couple of fitness questions. Obviously, Callum didn't start. How is he physically? Is he ready to go with England? And also, the big Fabian Schär might have been spent bottom for the right?
Yeah, I think Callum's fine. Yeah, it was just a case of I just didn't feel he was, with the training that he's had, ready to start the game. He had an illness that really knocked him, so we didn't want to take the risk with his immune system being low. And we knew that he'd be okay for a part of the game. He's fully fit now. He's no problems. Fabi, we're not sure on. Sven seemed like he injured his ankle. We hope it's not serious.
Okay. Scott?
Eddie, I kind of take what you say about not really wanting to redraw plans and thoughts and things, but this is a strange season, and you now do have a block where it gives you at least an opportunity to go away, reassess what's happened, potentially recalibrate and refocus. I mean, will there be any of that with the team and with the squad in the next few weeks, saying, okay, you know, let's kind of forensically look at what we've done, but then let's also look at where we potentially could go in the second half of the season?
Yeah, for me, I think that's wasted energy looking back with the players. Certainly looking back with a view to improving that's fine. But I think talking too much about permutations of results and where we are in the table, I just think it's wasted energy. It's about, can we improve the team with our performance? What areas of the team do we need to improve? My job is then to devise training sessions to try and implement that and help all the players develop individually as well. So I don't think looking at the targets or where we are on the league table is healthy. So we'll just continue to focus on our processes.
And I know you kind of answered this already, but we've been seeing for a little while now. The World Cup
Sorry, Scott. Sorry. Go ahead.
The World Cup's coming up. England are going to be there. They may or may not have a managerial change, and there'll be other things that come up. I mean, you are the highest ranked English manager in the Premier League. How does that feel, and how does it feel in terms of what you still want to achieve here and the long-term ambition that you have here for this football club?
I'm absolutely proud and honoured to be here and managing this unbelievable football club. My only focus is on Newcastle, and now my focus is probably to have a couple of days of with my family probably, and then reset on our training and all the processes that I need to make sure that we hit the ground running in the second half of the season.
Kieran?
The way you guys managed the game with the closing stages seemed to really get under Chelsea's skin. Just wondering what you made of that, and also how the players kind of stuck up for each other when there was that little brawl.
Yeah, I was really pleased actually with how we managed the latter stages of the game. I know it was, what's the word? Yeah, it wasn't pure football, the last part of the game. It was two teams desperate to try and have opposite aims really. We wanted to try and kill the game and to try and see the match out. They wanted the ball back in play. But I thought we did stand up for each other in a really respectful and strong way. That's what we need to do on the pitch. Got no issue with that. I thought our players handled themselves really, really well. But I just think that's Premier League football. It's everything to these players, and I think that showed.
Okay. Miles?
It's the focus in terms of England this week has been on Callum Wilson, but Kieran Trippier against tonight, he was your first signing, real leaders when you're out there tonight, and has been since he joined the club. Just talk a bit about what kind of impact he's made up to now.
Difficult to put into words, I think, really, to be honest. I think last season his impact was huge, and then we lost him to injury, which was a devastating blow at the time. But he played his part behind the scenes for us, really did. Helped the players, came to all the games, really supported us through our battle in staying in the league, and no one was more pleased than him that we were able to do that. This season, I just think he's been incredible for us on the pitch. He's made a brilliant contribution in all our phases, whether that's attacking and defending. And his leadership skills have been high class, so couldn't be happier with Kieran.
Okay. Aaron?
Eddie, I've just read on social media that this is the first time you personally have gone 10 Premier League games unbeaten as a manager. As you spend a bit of time with your family in the next couple of days, will you allow yourself just a little bit of time to look back at this incredible job you've done with the club?
That's nice to hear. I didn't know that my record was that bad. But I hadn't done it before. But no, on a serious note, looking back is, as I said earlier, is not something that I do particularly well with in terms of patting myself on the back. It's not something that really I do. I don't think it's necessarily healthy for me to do either. I think it's always a case of looking forward and how you can now take the team into a different direction, a positive direction, obviously. So that will be my focus. It's about now improving the little details we need to do better, and it is little details at this level because we're playing at such a high level. But that's what I'll endeavour to do.
Okay, just down at the front.
There's nothing you can do about the break now, but you're on such a good run. Is there anything that you can do to maintain the momentum that you've built up over the last couple of weeks, or is it a case of just stopping and starting again when you see the players again?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything you can do necessarily to continue that momentum when you're not seeing and training your players. It's impossible, and we need to give them some time off mentally. I think it's really important we handle this break right. So by giving them a chance to reset and relax is actually a positive thing, and they can come back then re-energised and start to work. And it's important that our work when we come back is of a really good level. Of course, we're going to be missing a few players, so that dynamic needs to be managed by the coaching team and myself. So I'll back ourselves to try and get it right. And we have the beauty of the Carabao Cup as our first game, and I think that will be a really important game for us to try and kick-start the second half of the season.
Okay, Chris at the back.
Eddie. Hello.
Hi, sorry.
Hi, Matt. Yeah. It's a bit of a strange one talking about January now, but it's the nature of the season. All managers always want more and more for their squads. Could you be going into those conversations in a better position, arguably? I'm not so sure that you could.
We haven't had those discussions yet. I'm not sure when we're due to have those discussions about January. Of course we will at some stage. Still some time away from it though, and I think my priority is always the players that we have here. We still have a couple of players that we need to get fully fit, that we've missed, that we feel can make a huge difference to us. So that's an exciting prospect. We have financial fair play, those dreaded words that I'm not sure how that what limitations that puts upon us for January. So lots to discuss. But I think my main aim at the moment is to try and get the players that we do have in the best possible condition when the season restarts.
Are you excited about what the second half of the season might bring with it?
Well, of course, I think when you're in our current position, you'd be foolish not to be. So yeah, I'm excited by what can be, while respecting the quality of the league.
Okay, thanks everybody.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks a lot.
See you soon. Cheers. See you next week.